Today's lesson, we're going to talk about a box plot. All right, let's first talk about what is a box plot and why do we use it. Okay, we don't call it a box and whisker plot anymore, even though that's probably what you were told in the previous years. It's from now on, we're just going to call it and refer to it as a box plot. Okay, the box plot represents quartiles. Okay, and when you think about the word quartile, quartile has the word quarter in it. So a box plot shows percentages of the data. Okay, preferably the data is grouped into 25 percentiles. The box plot shows 5 special values. The 5 special values that are presented in our box plot are called the minimum value. It's the lowest value. Q3, quartile 3, sorry, that is Q1, my bad. Okay. Q1, also known as the lower quartile. Then we have the median, which is the middle. Then we have the upper quartile, which is Q3. And then finally, the last value is the maximum. Okay. That's called your 5 statistical summary. Each of those 5 values technically represent 25% of your data. Okay, you should know that the median is the middle. The middle is 50%. The max is 100%. Okay, Q3 is 75% of the data. Q1 is 25% of the data. So each piece represents 25% of the data. The range of the data would just be the minimum subtracted from the maximum. Okay. What's nice about your box plot is it also shows spread. Okay, it shows the variation, how spread out the data is. Okay, so the bigger that the max and the min are away from each other, the more spread out the values are from the middle. Okay, you talked about spread yesterday with Miss Irving. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look at and interpret the box plot in exercise 1. All right, so in exercise 1 it says 20 of Miss Irving's algebra students recently took a quiz. The results of this quiz are shown in the following box and whisker diagram. Okay, call it a box plot. Assume all scores are whole numbers. First thing you should do is let's label what each piece is, or let's put a dot, okay, on each piece. That's important. Okay, there's 5 of them. All right, we need to come up with what the median is. So what was the median score on Miss Irving's math quiz? That would be a 71, okay? That's right here in the middle, okay? Everything's going by 2s, you should see that. Question B, what's the range? Okay. Think about what the range is. Okay. The range, you should remember, is the maximum take away the minimum. Okay. Highest minus low. So find the highest value, subtract the lowest value from it. Highest is 84, lowest is 53. So the difference is 31 scores. So that means that the test, the grades on the test span over 31 points. Okay, C, what score was greater than or equal to 75% of the other scores? Okay, so we're looking at 75%. Okay, if we go back here to the previous, which value represents 75%, 75% of the scores? Q3 is 75% of the scores. So we're going to go up to our graph. We're going to look at quartile 3. And that would be a 76. So that means 75% of the kids scored 76 or lower. Yikes. Yikes. All right, D, Miss Irving regularly sets the passing grade on her quiz to be the score of the lower quartile. It's the other name for the lower quartile. So what is the passing grade on this quiz? Okay, so which one represents the lower quartile? Go up to your graph. Okay, so a 64 on this quiz would be passing. Okay. So that means 25% of the grades are failing, 75% of the kids are passing. That is what that would mean. All right, so let's talk about, this is on your paper, let's talk about how you would make a box plot. All right, first thing you need to come up with is your 5 statistical summary. Okay, so you need your 5 values, okay, which is your min, Q1, median, Q3, and max. There's a way to do it with and without the calculator. Okay, you should know the min and max. Min is the lowest, max is the highest. Okay, median is the middle number. Okay, Q1 and Q3. Q1 is the middle of the lower half. Q3 is the middle number of the upper half. Okay. You could totally do this by hand without your calculator, but the most important thing is that your numbers are in numerical order. Okay, so let's talk about the data I have up here. They're not in numerical order. All right, so what I'm going to do, it's the same thing we've been working with. We have a set of data, we're going to put them on our list. So we're going to go Stat, Edit. I'm going to enter all these numbers that I have up here in my list. Eight, 1, 3, 10, 15, 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2. Okay, so I'm going to get my one variable stats like we've been doing. Okay, and if you notice, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, if you look up here for me, okay, I've got all of those 5 values there. So that is how I can get my 5 statistical summary right there. Okay, so here's my 5 number summary. That's the first thing I'm going to want to do. Okay. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to want to draw a number line. Okay, I'm going to want to make sure I label it. I have to go from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, just doing this real quick just to reiterate. I'm going to put 5 dots above each of those numbers. I'm going to draw a line, a box, another line, and a line through the median. So that's my quick sketch of how I can come up with the 5 number summary using my calculator. Okay, I just have to create a number line, put the 5 dots above, draw my box, draw the whiskers, draw the line through the median, and there we have it. Okay, your calculator does show you a box and whisker plot. All right. If you want me to come around and show you individually how you do that, you press second y equals where there's stat plots. I'm going to turn it on. Type, I'm going to go to the one that looks like the box plot, okay, without the dots. And then I just press zoom 9 for stat. Clearly there's an error, so let's see what the error is. Let's try that again. I turned it on. Oh, I didn't actually press enter when I talked about the type that I wanted to deal with. Enter, zoom, 9. So if you look, this is what my calculator would say. If I want to trace, okay, this is my minimum, okay, it says it right here on the bottom of my screen will show me all of the values as well. And that's what it would look like if I needed help. Okay, so now what we're going to work on together is we're going to work on finding our 5 statistical summary for the second exercise and creating a box plot.